So, curvature, right hand rule, and the space-time hula hoop. So that's something I'm learning. Let me write that down. So we've got curvature. I spelled that wrong. Yeah, right hand rule, and then of course we have space, time, hula hoop. Curvature, right hand rule, and space-time hula hoop. Thus will be the topic of today's download, or I guess integration, maybe. Today's download. Yeah, so quite easy, really. We have the right hand rule, and momentum is actually in here as well. You have to understand momentum and then direction, then you can understand. Momentum, direction. Momentum is the fingers are going around that, the pipe of momentum, and then direction. Yes, and also very important, I think we must know, I'll draw this in red, as the spiral. A spiral pattern, very important. Then we know, then we understand that. If we take a marble, and we imagine this spiral is to hold a marble so that when it rolls around, it will roll on the inside. So it's got like a, what do you call that, groove going down, or kind of an inner rail, that a track for that marble to spin along. Then we can see that if the marble is forced around, the centrifugal force will carry it in that direction. If the centrifugal force is going that way, around that way, that's the way of the centrifugal force, the marble will go that way. Or if we look at it the other way around, and if we say the centrifugal force is going that way, then the marble will go that way. So this direction is space, or expansion. You can say expanding space, and this way is contraction, contracting space, or time. That's the flow of time. You can imagine it just like that funny Austin Powers time machine, when the thing just started spinning around and then the car went in, and then it kind of looks like a two-dimensional spiral, but once you step through that portal into that time machine, then you see the spiral going into infinity that way. That's the spiral. So yeah, we talk about, we hear about curvature of space-time. The curvature is meaning the expansion of space. This is the curvature. The curvature of the expansion of space is going that way, and then the contraction of space is that way. And the contraction and the expansion then connect through a higher dimension. They meet each other in a higher dimension, basically. And that's it. Yep. That's it. And yeah, that's can be practiced in Qigong, Okay, I feel that I'll align my channels. Firstly, it requires some conditioning of the muscles and the tendons, and pulling up the joints, and just kind of getting the structure right, and then of course training it in, and then of course developing the awareness, of course allowing the muddy water to settle. It means allowing yourself to reach like an equilibrium. You reach sort of inside the eye of the storm. Doesn't mean that you're totally in samadhi or some very crazy high state of mind. It just means that you are basically in the eye of the storm. The yang energy, all of the yang energy is going like spinning out that way, and then the yin energy is coming inside. So the yin energy is basically is the time, and then it's going around. The yang energy is the space coming out, and then you have, when you're able to separate them and distinguish the two, then the more stronger your centrifugal force of your tornado, of your vortex, you know, is going to be. And yeah, in the program that I teach, you know, you will learn to understand how to, you know, how to distinguish those two energy fields, and teach that early on, you know. But in the start, it's much more to do with, you know, preparing the body for that. And then that's how we develop our space-time hula hoop, which is, let's say, a better one, like that one, kind of like that one. Draw another diagram like this one there, and then basically you have the space-time hula hoop going around there, one there, and then I think that one can be going in that direction, and then we have another one going in the other direction there. And so that means we have two of these spirals going up and then coming and meeting in a higher, meeting kind of through almost a higher dimension, 3.5 dimensions, 4.5 higher, 4.5 dimension, whatever, meeting through that. And then we have basically we have a precession of this space-time hula hoop. We have, it kind of goes in a wobble. It's just like if you imagine you have a pole, and then you have a hula hoop. Let's say you have a pole that's like quite thick, like about, you know, a meter across, and then you have a hula hoop that's 1.5 meters across, like that. And then when it goes around like that, it will pull the momentum around with it, and that momentum will form, you know, kind of a mass going around, and that mass will cause it to wobble, and that wobble is what we call the Lamore precession, wobble. Yeah, that the MRI machine has to be tuned into, you know, we're taking MRI pictures. It's the wobble of the electron, you can say like that. Yeah. When you master your space-time hula hoop, you know, yeah, let's leave it at that.